like you are.
Okay, let's see if I am now.
It's showing as recording right now.
Okay, it says it's recording. Okay. So we just finished discussing the charts. The other thing we had on the agenda today was to talk about what are the kind of items or discussions or programs you would like coming up in the next year. So we just want, we're not going to have a meeting in December for obvious reasons. Our meeting in December falls on December 26th, I believe. It's December, yes, it falls on December 26th. So we're not holding a meeting in December because it falls on the 26th. Our next meeting will be in January, and we'll hold the meetings throughout the year there on the fourth Tuesday of the month. So what I'm asking you as membership chairs and as club membership chairs, what are the kind of discussions would you like to have in the upcoming months regarding membership?
Kelly, I've got a question or maybe a comment, however you want to take it. We're in the efforts of trying to start a couple of new clubs in our district. And, you know, just a little bit of professional help might go a long ways, because we've got some young people that are unfamiliar with Rotary trying to start a Rotary club. And we're throwing help at it, but what kind of help is really needed? We're, you know, give us some ideas.
So you would like a discussion on new club startups? And
yeah, how do you go into a community that's got no Rotary club? Who do you start with first, or how do you find leaders in your community, or how do you surface? How do you get a group of people together to talk about Rotary? We've had some success at it. It's not like we like, but we're trying our best. We've got areas, the voice area that we're working on right now.
Okay, I think that's a great idea, Terry. I'm sure that we can get you the resources in order to help, and that would be a great meeting for everybody, because as we were previously discussing, a lot of times it's easier to go in and start a new club and grow your membership that way than it is to try to change the culture of an existing club.
Absolutely. That you hit it on the head, Kelly.
Yeah. I got that down. Okay. What else? What other subject matters would you like discussed?
Well, I've got another one. If maybe it's worth thinking about or not. I'm getting some interest in corporate membership. What is a corporate membership going to look like? How would it be structured? You know, I saw that at the RI in Atlanta. They were talking about it, and my thinking of it is you know, a Home Depot would belong to a Rotary Club represented by A, B, C, D individuals. And when A, B, C, and individuals left, then their replacements would automatically be Rotary members. That's how I view it. Has somebody else had experiences in that area?
Is there somebody on the line that's heard about the corporate memberships that would like to answer Terry's question?
Kelly, I think I can. This is Bob Delavan. There's some clubs in 5470 that are exploring and have done the corporate membership, and basically it's pretty much like what you say, with the exception that they designate a certain number of people that are eligible to attend at any one time. One person is the actual Rotarian, but other people can attend and be part of a service project, et cetera, et cetera. But generally speaking, with a corporate membership, there's one individual that is listed as the member, and others can attend if that person cannot attend. So one person pays dues, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Does the person pay the dues, or does the corporate structure?
Well, that's up to the corporation. The corporate can certainly pay the dues. That's not the problem. It's just that one person is paying, one individual has their dues paid.
Okay.
So, and I think that's a good subject matter to have a discussion on. The corporate membership. Well, first of all, before I weigh in, anyone else has had any experience with the corporate membership that would like to weigh in on this matter?
I'd like to follow up with Bob. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, in 5470, we have, it's a variety of things. In some cases, we've got one club that has a corporate membership, and they've configured the dues because you have to have at least one person, and that represents, you know, what's in the membership group. But one club has configured it so they actually have sort of a corporate membership that they've worked around so that all, let's say, 3 people are part of the corporate membership, and that's a 3-member or additional 2-member boost. And then again, we have those that you know, just have 2 people. I just had talk to one that had a school superintendent and a principal, and that's their membership, but only one of those is represented and listed as the member. So you got to have at least one, but you could configure it around so that others may have some way reduced membership or fees, and as long as they pay their RI and have whatever 3 possibly. So anyway, I've seen it both ways, but it really depends upon how the club structures it.
Who was that?
Have one.
Who was that speaking?
That's George.
George. Thank you, Governor.
Hi, George.
Hi, George.
So
Hi,
anyone else want to weigh in on this subject matter?
Kelly, this is Bob. In addition, it's important that clubs adjust their bylaws to reflect the changes if they're going to have implement a corporate membership.
So the gist of this, and we'll bring somebody in to talk about this. We've got a good person to talk about it that I know, but the gist of this is this: the corporate memberships are usually higher than the regular Rotary membership. The corporate membership allows more attendees than the average member would. Of course, the average Rotarian is only one person. So corporate membership, the cost would be higher, more people could attend, but only one person that may attend is listed as a Rotarian as per Rotary rules. And then Bob brings out the very important point. If you're going to create a corporate membership, you have to change your bylaws in order to define the corporate membership and how it operates and the fees that are associated with it. And that requires the club to take action on their bylaws. And I've seen corporate memberships as high as $500 a quarter. So the average Rotarian membership is their dues plus their lunches. And in my club, that's $185 a quarter. The dues and the lunches and the $25 per capita for the foundation, which is voluntary, of course, but it's incorporated in our dues. We collect it on our dues. So it ranges all over the map. Okay, what other subject matters would you like to discuss moving forward in the new year?
I would like to ask a question, Kelly.
Yes.
On the showcase, where we have all the clubs putting in their man hours and their dollars and so forth in. Right now, it's sitting at about 75,000 projects. What's the time frame that represents? Is that a 12-month time frame, or is it more than that?
No, I'll have to check on that, Governor. But my understanding is that 75 75,000 man hours that you're talking about?
No, $75,000 projects.
Yeah, projects that you're talking about are only from July 1st to now.
No, that don't work because they were at 60,000 in July.
Okay, so I need to get the question to that.
Yeah, I get a lot of questions, and when I'm getting around, well, how long has that been going on? And I can't answer it.
Okay, good question. I'll get you an answer to it, and then we'll circulate it.
Thank you.
Everybody. Okay, other discussions that you would like, other items that you would like talked about in our monthly calls for an upcoming monthly call.
Kelly, this is Sandy Mortensen. Can you hear me or am I on mute?
No, we can hear you, Sandy.
Oh, good. I find one of the more interesting things to find out about what clubs are doing is what are they doing for social events, camaraderie, outside of a meeting that increases retention and attracts possible new members. And what are the various things clubs are doing to do that?
Anybody
Bob,
have some input?
This is Dick Jones.
Yeah, go ahead.
We, as one of my other hats that I wear is the fund committee chair for the Rotary Club of Santa Fe. And we have a schedule that over a 12-month period probably has 15 to 18 different events. We start out the year with a tailgate party at the Opera. We have a grape harvest and gourmet lunch in the fall. We're going to have our holiday party here in a couple of weeks. We have events where we're going to go as a group to one of the traveling theater productions that will be in Albuquerque next year, and then go to dinner as a group. We're going to take a group that's interested in bird watching and do that. We had our new member party at a local distillery, and had all of our new members for the past 12 months there. We have gone to one of the local colleges and had a discussion group on the founding papers of the United States. What we try to do is really offer a varied schedule that is more than just getting together for a social or something like that. We try to have something for everyone, and we're pretty much open to any new ideas that are presented to us.
Anyone else that'd like to address Sandy's question?
Yeah, Kelly, this is Brett Mickelson at Park City Sunrise. I'd like to echo some of the things that Dick has said. We have a change of command party every year when we roll over leadership. We have holiday party. We go to Southern Utah hiking as a group. We volunteer actually as a group with other nonprofits as well, and travel as a group with other nonprofits. We have holiday party as well. So we probably have something structured every month, and it invites not only our club members but potential club members. It's a good way for people to get to know our club on a casual basis as well. So I think that's the backbone of our club.
One of the things I'll just add to what Brett's saying is his club is the Park City Sunrise Club, it's one of the clubs that has grown almost every single year in our district, and it's because they just do so many things that he's talked about, service and socialization. I see that Stu Richardson's on the line. Stu, would you like to talk about what our club has done as far as changing its format and your perspective on the West Jordan Club as far as addressing some of the social events, which is, I think, is really taking an opportunity to enliven our club?
Well, we have started to take one or two evening meetings that we've never done before, and we are rotating between members' houses and going to someone's house and having either a barbecue or a potluck or something like that. And we've just kind of broken ground on that and haven't super organized activities yet. It's been more social, anything else. And also we labeled dictionaries last month, and that worked very well. And we had a good group of people there, and we got all of our dictionaries done. So, and we're hoping to get them all delivered this week. So that's the next project we're doing, is dictionaries in the next 2 weeks.
One of the things I've noticed in that, in our club, as resulted from that, Sandy, is I've learned some things. We've been having we're a noon luncheon club for a number of years, and then some of our younger members that just joined the club said, well, you know, it's difficult for us to break away during the noon time. And so we thought about how we could do this in the most inexpensive way. So it was to rotate between houses and do potlucks. And by the way, those meals are better than the meals that we have at lunch. Our potluck meals are better than the meals we have at lunch. But more importantly, what we found through our labeling dictionaries or coming together just on a social event and having a couple of our members just tell us a little bit about themselves that we wouldn't have time in a regular club meeting to learn, is I've learned a lot about our members that I didn't know. And it's really brought us together. And I think I don't know, Stu, you can verify this, but I think our attendance is up. We've had really good attendance.
Yeah, we really have. We had good attendance today.
Right. So the socialization I think is an important part that we can't, if we want to retain members, we have to have socialization. The other thing I'll just mention there to you, Sandy, is this. We know that there are two reasons why people join Rotary. One is for the service, and the other is for the socialization. So don't miss an opportunity when you're socializing to start out just by doing a little business and saying, let's talk about the service projects that we're doing, and the things that are getting done and accomplished. Because if you do that, you're killing two birds with one stone. You're really hitting on both of the things that people say that's why they belong to Rotary. Does that, I put that down as a future topic. Sandy, does that address your issue?
Oh, yes. Our club, my personal club, is very good at, we have a social event once a month, and sometimes they're 2 a month. But it's convincing other clubs that having social events outside of a club meeting really contributes to retention. And I wrote down a lot of those ideas of what, and I think clubs get stuck in what's a social event outside of a club. And it's not, I know what we do. We have sponsors a lot of sponsors to our club that are restaurants and bars. They have a bar with them. And so we do our club social once a month at one of the restaurants that is one of our sponsors. And so they're very happy that, we come and we have a pretty big check that we pay afterwards. So we're sort of giving back for them giving to us. But it's convincing other clubs how important it is to have social activities outside of a club meeting, or
Yeah.
to make the dictionary project a social event. And it isn't just putting the labels in the dictionaries or whatever. It's camaraderie and the talk that goes on about getting that dictionary project all organized. That's huge. I don't want clubs to ignore the fact that that's really a big part of why people join Rotary, is for that camaraderie and that socialization, especially while they're doing a project or out to a bar.
Sounds great. Thanks for the input. Now I'm going to mute everybody again because I'm getting, are all of you hearing that there's some really static feedback?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so if you want to speak, you'll be able to unmute yourself, but I'm going to mute you all. I don't know what that is, unless you're on telephone. Somebody's on the telephone, I can't mute you.
You just unmuted.
I just unmuted. Okay.
Yeah.
That it's coming from a telephone. So if you're on a telephone, you mute it. Boy, I still hear that pretty heavy.
Yeah.
Well, looks like I've got everybody unmuted. I don't know what's going on here. Okay, there.
There, better.
Yeah, better. I don't know where that was coming from, but somebody really had some feedback. Okay, so let's talk about any other matters you want to discuss. We've got about 10 more minutes. Any other matters that you would think would be valuable topics to discuss in the future?
Kelly, I hate to be the one always talking, but as I visit my clubs and say, how are you doing on public image? What are you doing for public awareness of what you're doing? And I get more blank stares. And those clubs that I've tried to use a sharp stick and get them excited, today they're still, a lot of them are still, what is public awareness? What is public information? And how does somebody with a club in the backwaters of rural America even can think about that? I'm starting to run out of ideas myself.
Okay, so public image, you want somebody to talk about, especially in the smaller communities, how to get public image.
Get out of the normal, go to the newspaper or go to Facebook. Is there other methods that we haven't, explored to their potential? The mainstream ones we've all got, but you get clubs that, maybe don't have anybody that's a whiz kid on computers. How do they get their message out?
Okay, that's great. And any feedback to the governor, Terry?
Just Terry.
Well, Governor, you earned that title. So all participants are unmuted. If you have some feedback to him right now, but I put that down as another item for discussion.
This is George. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can, George.
Okay. Well, I think we have some good people in the zone that have, in terms of membership, PR expertise, and I think that's they're there as a resource to us, and if you're fortunate enough to have individuals that you can scout out in the district, that's great to provide assistance to individuals, but that's, I think, a key element, to the the whole thing is being able to do that. And I think we're fortunate to have some good PR people in our district, and they do. They get the stuff out there, and I try to reinforce that doing club visits to get people and give people the resources and the contacts so they can sit down, they can call in the individual to like set up a Facebook and explain to them how advertising and getting their programs out there and letting people know what their programs are, for example, or their projects. And it's amazing to me to see some small clubs that have, hundreds to thousands of views because of that interest. Because when people know that, then they sort of tune in. And if you get that program or that speaker, let's say, to tell and share that information with their friends, and they look into it. So that's I think what you do, but you use the resources that we have in the zone, and there are people willing to do that. So I think you can probably find those contacts, Terry.
Thank you, George.
And we'll make sure that I put that down as a list, Terry, to have on. Now, I just want to talk about a couple of things here. We want to publish a list and get it out as soon as possible for the new year about the items we're going to be discussing every month, so you can distribute to your local clubs and let them know. And if it's a topic that they feel like they want to tune into, they can tune into. So we're going to try to get 6 topics to cover the next 6 months: January, February, March, April, May, and June. I guess that's 6, right? And so the other thing I want to tell you, on January 13th for the district membership chairs in Zone 27, okay, in Zone 27. So again, I'm going to share my screen again, and you should be able to see it here. That's 5390 through 5710. Those districts right there. On January 13th in Denver, we will be having a mid-year assessment of your membership plans. And I want to congratulate Zone 27 because all the districts but one has submitted their membership plan. And RI will pay governors, so you know this, the governors are online. RI will pay up to $400 of their expenses to come to this. And what we're encouraging them, it'll go from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. What we're encouraging them all to do is, if they can fly in the same day and fly out the same day, that'll be the most cost effective. We will reimburse their expenses up to $400. So if they need to stay overnight and they can do that within the $400, we will pay for their expenses. RI has some new modules, new membership modules that they'll be presenting at this workshop. And plus we'll be talking about the district membership guide that we've developed to assist clubs in developing their own membership plans, like all of the districts have developed their membership plans. Zone 21B will be holding theirs in February at their PETS training, the PETS training weekend. And so that will be in February that they'll be doing this. And I don't have the word on Cherry and how much they're going to reimburse, but I'm sure it will be similar to what we're reimbursing. So do you have any questions about that?
Kelly, did you mention that it was going to be in Denver?
Yes,
okay.
I think I did. It's going to be at the Denver Embassy Suites, okay, where we normally have met. Same place. And if your people will let us know when they're coming in, we'll make sure they get from the airport. To the hotel and back again. Okay. So we think we can do it fairly inexpensive. Again, we'll reimburse up to $400. They'll have to show vouchers to do it. But if you'll let your people know and really encourage them to come, I think it will be a big help to them as we make the final push, because we want this year to be the first year that we turn these membership numbers around. In 2015, you can see down here, we grew the paired zones 234. We grew the paired zones, 234 members. But that year, our membership went down in zones 27. In the last 12 years, we've never had a positive membership growth in zone 27. We've had districts that have had positive membership growth, as you see from the charts, but we haven't had positive membership growth in the paired zones, except for 2015. Any questions about that?
Nope.
Okay, and then just for your general information, so that you know a little bit about what's going on, we had our institute, our zone institute that was to be held in Houston, was flooded out, and so on December 8th, 9th, and 10th. No, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. In Evanston, your incoming governors and your incoming governor nominees. So your district governor elects, district governor nominees. And I think, Terry, you guys are going in on one day too, aren't you? Terry, George?
The 8th. The 8th.
The 8th. Yeah. We'll come in and meet. So although we're not having the traditional zone institute, there will be training for incoming governors, incoming governor nominees, and the traditional meeting that the governors have at that time. So we will have an opportunity to meet with the district governor nominees in a membership summit and the district governors elect, and we'll be doing that meeting on the 7th. Okay, that will be from 1:30 to 4 o'clock on the 7th. Okay, is there anything else we need to discuss?
Terry, I'd like to throw out another topic, maybe to throw in there just shortly. And
okay.
That's, I've seen the whole gamut, and that really is about the new member and trying to get them started off on the right foot in terms of an orientation. And so clubs really struggle, I think a lot of clubs do, in terms of how to really get a new member started on the right track and getting them engaged and getting them the right information. So I know there's clubs that do things well, so it'd be good to share that.
That's a great topic. Okay, you've been very helpful, because we want to make these topics relevant to the challenges that you're experiencing as district governors, district membership chairs, and club membership chairs. So with that, I'm going to thank you for joining the call tonight. Hope you all had a great Thanksgiving, and our next meeting won't be until January, and that will be January, let me double check that date, that will be January 22nd. Okay? See you on January 22nd. Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. Bye-bye.